Hey everyone, welcome to Off Air. I'm your host, Shane E. Today, it is style.
That's the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
I want to talk about something in particular.
Vanilla? And where it comes from?
Ooh. Well, it's just an extract. No,
What's it extracted from?
a bean.
Is it a vanilla bean?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a vanilla bean and then they extract it and then you get vanilla. Halloween. Well, I guess it kind of relates to vanilla. Sweet.
It relates to vanilla?
Sweet. I mean, by the time you're listening to this, it will not be anywhere near Halloween. But, it's Halloween time when I'm recording this. And so I want to talk about some Halloween stuff. And Jordan style, kind of jogged my memory a bit. That we talked about Halloween stuff last year. But I want to talk about some more stuff again this year because it's fun. It's a good season.
It is Halloween.
We're doing conspiracies on the Rebel Radio show. So, candy was kind of the first thing that I was thinking. Favorite Halloween candy?
Specifically Halloween candy or like candy in general?
I mean, I feel like it has to be more specifically Halloween candy, like something that you would have found in your bag, in your sack. Something that you would have...
What would I find in my sack that would be my favorite candy for Halloween?
Rummaging through a sack, what would have been your favorite candy?
Growing up, I liked Butterfingers a lot and Twix. Now, I feel like Reese's Cups. Like Reese's Cups. I never like Reese's is my favorite candy. Reese's, by the way, not Reese's.
Either way.
I feel like Reese's is my favorite candy, but I won't say it. I won't say that it's my favorite candy.
So you're definitely more of a chocolate guy then, huh?
Yeah, for the most part. I like Skittles.
See, I feel like I can very easily sway between like gummies and like gummy worms or anything like that, sour gummy bears, anything like that, and chocolate candies. Because I'm definitely in the same boat of like I eat Reese's the most, and so you could probably say that that's my favorite candy, but I don't think that I would ever say that. You know, I think
that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't say Reese's is my favorite candy, despite me buying Reese's the most.
Right. I think I'm in that same boat as you with Reese's. But yeah, like Butterfinger's good. I think I just definitely veer more towards gummies and like Nerds. Like
Nerds are always a classic.
I'm thinking of like in my Halloween sack.
In your sack, right?
There were the little Nerds boxes, and that was probably some of my favorite stuff. Because you would get like 5 or 6 of those boxes, and then it would be like a whole big box, you know? Like it'd be the equivalent of like a whole big box, so you could just like kind of eat them all.
Do they make big boxes of normal Nerds, or is it only the rainbow?
Ooh.
I've never seen like a large box
like
of
a grape
Nerds.
strawberry?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
We're live on Discord, by the way, in a channel. And
so if anybody jumps in,
people can join in. Can you emote in the Discord things and like raise your hand, just like Zoom? I don't know how this works. I feel like the Pige did that once.
Yeah, to break the fourth wall, everybody. Style runs the board for this show. So normally on the Rebel Radio show, Jules runs the board. Shout out Jules. We love Jules. But when we do off air, Jordan runs the board. So it's kind of interesting. He sits in the board spot and like he takes over. So thank you, Style. We love you.
Well, despite, like programming all this shit, every time I think about like the operation for shows, I have to really think about it because I'm not used to like looking at the time clock and shit. I made the time clocks, but I don't know what the fucking in and outs are and break times.
Yeah, right. And I guess that you have to think about the layer of that with like producing this show pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I would argue, you're the executive producer of everything.
I'm the Larry David.
Yeah,
pretty much. Off air. Or you're more the Larry David of off air.
Whoa. Can I be Seinfeld?
You want to be Seinfeld?
I mean,
let's be honest. You're George.
All right, that's fair. You're right.
Do you ever equate I also didn't fucking look at the time. Do you ever equate for breaking up off air into 25 minutes for radio? It's fine. Do you ever look at groups of friends and equate them to characters? Like, you ever watch a show and be like, oh, that's definitely how so and so would act in this scenario?
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yes, 100%. And like, it's really good when someone has a very subtle characteristic that you and person B notice, but there's a character on a show that has a really exaggerated version of that specific subtle thing that the person IRL does.
I feel like you have a very specific instance you're thinking of.
No, I genuinely don't. I just feel like that is something that I have encountered before of like, because that's how I feel like how it goes. You notice, because, you know, we're humans. We analyze everything always. And so you notice a characteristic about a coworker or something like that.
Sure.
And then you watch your nightly show, and there's this one character that is exactly like my coworker Jimmy, who does this thing, but in reality, Jimmy's probably just a normal guy. And
Jimmy Simonis of the Sports Avenue podcast, of course, right?
Yeah. Bring it back. But yeah, I definitely.
I think I like to look at the dynamic of WSRR sometimes in shows, because it'll usually start with, like you said, like I'll be watching It's Always Sunny or Community or something, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, oh, that is exactly how like Evan would react in this scenario.
Pidge. yeah, right.
And then I'd be like, oh, if that's the Pidge, then
who is
by
who?
By proxy, who is who?
Yes.
I do that from time to time. I swear, Jules and I, like, literally, like, at dinner once, just did that for 20 minutes, waiting for the food. Of like, well, if Evan's this character, this person has to be this one.
Are you a big people watcher?
Yes.
People watch?
Yes. I used to love going to NASCAR races just to people watch.
Oh, that's a crazy place to people watch.
Best people watching place.
It's a crazy people watching stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, people watching is fun. And, like, it's one of those things where you can look at someone. I feel like I've never caught someone people watching, but if I were to have, it would feel very normal and casual. Like, I see someone on a park bench just looking out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay. They're vibing.
I don't know if I can get away with that. Like, I feel like I would be self-conscious that I'm going to be noticed that I'm people watching on a bench by myself in the park.
I get that.
But, like, I'll go to a football game or NASCAR or something like that and people watch. Or go to the mall. The mall's always a great place to people watch. Sit in the food court.
Malls are kind of dead nowadays, though. Okay, wait. Back to freaking Halloween stuff. So I'm more of like a gummy, fruity candy guy, and you're more of a chocolate guy. Fair enough. Reese's,
you're pretty
Butterfinger,
fruity.
Twix.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a Nerds.
More of a fruit.
The mini pack of Haribo gummy bears that you would get.
Rainbow.
They would have those little pretzels, too. You get the Utz pretzels.
Utes.
Utz.
The Utes pretzels. I don't know if I ever got pretzels at Halloween.
Really? I would get little packs of Utz pretzels that had like either a pumpkin or...
You ever get like the weird shit at Halloween in your bag of like people that give away like pennies or like an apple?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Who is doing that? Come on.
It's kind of a waste.
What kind of grown-ass adult is like, I'm going to give the kids pennies or an apple?
Yeah, you're kind of making yourself
or grandma's nut.
Oh, grandma's nut. You're kind of making yourself a target for children of the future. All right. That's a fair answer. I'll take Butterfinger, Twix, Reese's probably realistically. And I think
it's secretly Reese's.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it.
I would probably agree with most of those.
This isn't me saying Reese's, but Reese's.
Probably Reese's, yeah.
If we're going to keep it on the DL.
Secretly, probably me too. I'll agree with that. Favorite. So just in terms of like your favorites of yours, specifically Halloween memories and stuff like that.
Favorite Halloween memories?
Well, no, not that specifically, but just in your personal life, not costumes that you've seen, but what is your favorite costume that
I have done?
Yeah.
I did. So I did Dee Snider the one year, who was the front man for Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
And so I did the full makeup and wig and boots and all that shit.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that's probably my favorite is because Twisted Sister and Dee Snider both liked it on Instagram.
That's pretty awesome.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
awesome.
My costume for this year. Super simple, but it's gotten good reviews in tests.
Oh,
in the beta tests so
far. Okay. Betas have gone well.
Yeah, the beta testing has gone well.
Okay, ready to move to the
Yeah.
Okay.
This weekend it'll move to the first screening process.
Okay.
Or the big screen. First
Yeah.
screening did well,
Yeah.
and
Test screening went
test
well.
screening. That's the word I'm looking for.
This is the
ran the stress test with it last weekend.
Yeah.
Break it early. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this year's is gonna be. I think it'll be a good costume. It's nothing groundbreaking, but
yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah. I think mine. I would classify it as an oldie but a goodie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
By the way, I think we should clarify. Like, for some reason, no one tells each other their costumes within like this group,
Yeah.
and it's kind of because usually there's a Halloween party,
Mhm.
and it's usually like that's where you pull it out, and you're like, oh,
We all
that's
pull
the
ours
costume.
out.
Yeah, we whip it out and we compare.
Yeah.
So usually the Halloween costumes, for the most part, are kept pretty on the DL.
gonna be
However,
awesome.
I did have a family party this past weekend
Uh-huh.
that I had to break out the costume for.
Oh.
So I'm like, I told my aunt who was hosting it, I'm like, listen, no tagging, no social media. You gotta keep it on the DL. all right?
Did Jules get to see it?
Yeah, she got to see it. She got the stress test.
Damn. I got
She played the beta.
All right. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I think mine's gonna be El Clasique.
I like it.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be Nacho Libre? I like it.
I hope it is. I hope it's gonna be Nacho Libre. I'm just pulling a random grab bag.
Yeah.
Just reaching into my
You
magic.
ordered an Amazon mystery bag. and-
Yeah, reaching in, whatever I pull out, that's what I'm gonna be.
I don't know. We're trying something different because if you haven't noticed, there's a voice missing today.
Yeah, that's okay. We miss Jake, but sometimes you just gotta
He must have been busy with Striper.
chop off the dead weight,
Yeah, for the most part.
See, he agrees.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan, are you saying things?
I could give the easy answer and say like Spider-Man, because I was probably Spider-Man 5 out of the 10 years of my adolescence.
Yeah.
Um,
Really?
Probably.
Have you done a lot of repeat costumes, or has it just been Spider-Man as the repeat?
I did Spider-Man at least probably 4 years. 5 might have been an exaggeration, but I did it at least 4 years in a row. I mean, not in a row, but I did it 4 years.
Did it for years.
So probably Spider-Man, just based on my track record. But also, like, Buzz Lightyear was pretty cool. I got to wear the...
How long ago were you Buzz Lightyear?
Well, listen.
This is not a recent costume.
I was a little baby.
Mine was like 2 years ago. Yours was like, yeah, when I was 4, as sweet Buzz Lightyear costume.
Okay, one time I was a kissing booth. That was pretty cool. But the
Kiss a lot of dudes.
what happened there, the heel turn there is that everybody that I was going trick-or-treating with dressed up as shadows. And
you were the kissing booth.
And nobody told me. And so I was the kissing booth in a group of shadows. And I had to rip off my kissing booth suit. And then I just ran with the shadows.
They were your shadow.
Yeah, they were my shadow. I just casted a very long shadow. my kissing booth casted a very long shadow, I guess.
Do we have the Pidge yet? Can we hear him?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, yeah?
Oh, we got you now.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, hey.
Look at this. Welcome to Off
go.
Air.
Hey, yeah, hey.
How are you?
I'm good. Painting pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, are you a painting or carving guy, Shane?
Ooh. Carving. I
I don't have
definitely.
room for the carving. So.
Yeah, it's a mess.
I've never painted a pumpkin.
I've definitely painted a pumpkin, but it's been at like a social event or something like that where we're
You
doing
and the boys getting together to paint pumpkins?
Yeah, we're doing pumpkin painting or
Like a
something
girls'
like that.
wine night?
Yeah.
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 dude.
It's
Pillow
pumpkin.
fight at the end.
Yeah, pumpkin carving with a twist.
Yeah, pumpkin painting.
There you go.
Yeah, I've painted some
Pillow
pumpkins, but I
fight,
definitely
naked.
like I consider it. Well, I see a pumpkin and I'm like, oh, I want to carve that.
fucker.
Yeah, I want to carve the hell out of that thing. Cut its fucking
Yeah?
More
Is
of
that
a-
what you say?
yeah.
At the
Usually.
pumpkin patch?
I'm super. I see red at the pumpkin patch and I start
You should be seeing orange is the issue.
just stabbing maniacally
The workers.
and the pumpkins.
Give me a fucking pumpkin.
I gotta carve something.
I had a similar story with the costume though, The one and only year I got invited to trick or treat like with a group, where we would like meet beforehand and plan a route and shit. There was apparently a plan for everyone to be ninjas that went around that I did not get the memo of, and like I was very much I just bought a mask at the store. And like a mask and a robe, and I had no real costume.
Yeah.
So I got there, and everyone's getting their ninja costume on, and I'm like, oh shit.
Time to ninja up.
Well, this is interesting. So I took the fucking like tie belt off the robe and just tied that around my head, and that was my low budget ninja costume.
I am a ninja. Yeah, Halloween costumes are fun, and like
I went with Evan one year as he was a nun and I was a priest.
oh, that's great. I never did the nun or priest thing or anything like that.
I did it one year. I was a priest.
See, I feel like all my costumes were boring. Like I was definitely a Ninja Turtle one year. I remember one year I was like a mafia boss. Picked some lame ass shit.
I'm typically a musician.
Yeah, that's
year to year.
That's on brand though.
Like I've been Dee Snider and Johnny Cash, Slash. I was Slash twice growing up.
Slash is good.
Yeah, I was Bret Michaels from Poison. Like as a kid, like these weren't normal costumes.
I think that we should be.
I was Elvis once.
Like wrestlers.
I want to have like maybe for WrestleMania, like a wrestling
cool.
themed party.
That'd be so
where
cool.
we go to the nines.
You have to dress up as a wrestler.
I was Edge one year, and Ethan was
That's pretty cool.
Macho Man.
I would be Macho Man. That'd be so fun.
Just a Macho Man party, not a wrestling party. We just all show up as different Macho Men.
Everyone has to be a different. Dibs on WCW Macho Man.
One's the Bonesaw version.
That would be mine. I'd be Bonesaw.
Yeah.
That's a great pool. That's a great pick. Damn, I should have picked the fucking Spider-Man.
I'll be rap album Be a Man, Macho Man with the big chains. You think Randy Savage has like transcended culture still to this day? Like non-wrestling fans know the name Randy Savage?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think so.
I mean, he's back on the Slim Jim thing, so.
Yeah, he was big. And I think he's one of those people that was like, he was just when you think of wrestling,
yeah,
you thought of like Hulk Hogan and probably Macho Man. You might not have known Macho Man's name.
But you knew the name Macho Man.
And you knew the glasses and the...
Slim Jim.
Yeah, Slim Jim.
Which is I'm sure we've talked about. It's a crazy deal that Slim Jim didn't have a deal with WWE or WCW. They specifically had a deal with Randy Savage.
So cool. Shout out fucking Macho Man. Rest in peace.
Clearly, his estate still has that deal, right? Because they're still using his image.
Yeah, I think so.
That's wild.
So they probably still get a decent paycheck from Slim Jim.
I've been trying to track down the Slim Jim Randy Savage, like fucking, what do you call him? Not terracotta, but the
Terracotta Warriors. Don't bring the Terracotta Warriors into this.
Macho Man's terracotta gimmick. You don't remember that when he was an Aztec warrior in the early days?
Oh God.
What was terracotta warrior? Was that Chinese?
I think so.
Some Oriental thing?
Yeah, pottery of soldiers.
Yes. No, the vase, the Macho Man vase that the Slim Jim sit in. What's the clay? Not clay. Ceramic. The ceramic Macho Man bust that all the Slim Jims go in.
What?
You haven't seen those in gas stations?
Uh-uh.
There's a bunch of different versions of them too.
What?
Evan, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I think you're schizophrenic.
There's like busts of Randy Savage, and it's either like him in the red and yellow Slim Jim, or there's him in the purple. There's some of him that are just like him holding his hat, and they have Slim Jims in them. They're just Slim Jim holders, like displays at the gas station, but they're like legit like ceramic pots.
Huh.
And I want them, and every time I go somewhere and I see one, I ask the cashier, and Ethan's done this too. I ask the cashier if they'll sell me the pot, the Macho Man display, and they always say, "Oh, it's spoken for. My manager already."
You should take a picture of it because I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I'll find it. I'll put it in the Discord.
I'm looking it up.
Find it right now, damn it.
Macho Man.
It's gonna bug me that you have like. How have you not? Have you been to a gas station recently? What is
No.
on the TV?
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna ask you.
There's some anime woman and bunnies and
Oh,
unicorns.
this looks like Looney Tunes esque. Like
This looked like very early 2000s Weird Al animated music video.
she looks like a Bratz doll. All right.
It's what
I
Dua
think I found
Lipa.
it.
Dua
Dua Lipa?
Is that how you say it? That's what it was.
Yeah, Dua Lipa.
Yeah, it was a
Dua
music video.
Lipa.
It was a music video for whatever that means.
Dua Peep.
Pepe Le Pew?
It's her. She's here.
Dude, I'm just getting a bunch of really bad music recommended to me. This is terrible. This is my worst day.
It's your worst.
They're $200.
Your worst nightmare.
Hang on, you found the Macho Man busts?
Yeah, man. I got it right here.
How much are
Put
they?
it off air. $200.
Where?
200.
Where?
200
where?
I don't know,
bucks?
just on this online shop. I don't know. Where is this?
There's a very well known retro store down the street that sells clothes and games and movies and shit, and they had one on display, like not with Slim Jims in it, like as if it was there for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked it up and it didn't have a price tag on it, and I took it to the person. I'm like, hey, how much for this Macho Man Slim Jim bust? And they said, oh, that's not for sale. That's just mine. I'm displaying.
Huh.
Yeah, it's in Discord right
Yeah,
now.
dude.
Yeah, it's one of these. It's one of these.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's the
They're-
purple
yeah,
one. There's like red and
they're-
yellow ones.
They're $200. I'm
That's
looking at all the
insane.
websites.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
sweet. I do want one of those.
Yeah, Holder was the name I'm looking for when I'm saying terracotta and pot and Holder.
Terracotta.
This one of him holding the glasses I saw the other day is I wanted that one.
Yeah, that's super awesome. The Macho Maniac. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? What did he say in the video we watched today? Fucking
Something about the Space Cowboy.
Space Cowboys, yeah. Him and Bret Hart were the Space Cowboys.
The Space. Him and Bret Hart. Where are they? The Space Cowboys.
No, the only time it's ever been mentioned, never referenced
so
again.
funny. Because that's the thing.
Space Cowboys,
It seemed like
yeah.
Macho Man was one of the, like, he really would just go off the cuff with those spots.
Yeah, yeah. Also, in that same interview that I saw that clip in, they were saying Macho Man never listened to rock music. So, like, Bret Hart apparently told him the name or called him a space cowboy at some point
Mm-hmm.
and didn't realize that it was a reference to a Steve Miller song because he didn't
That's
listen to
so
rock.
funny.
So, apparently Macho Man strictly country music, which is wild to think
Really?
about. Yeah.
And then he just jumped into rap.
And then he started rapping.
Hell yeah.
Real Darius Rucker there, 180.
I love that. I love that kind of light flip switch, you know?
It's time.
Yeah, he said,
He's
you know,
50-something years old.
it's time for rap.
Time to drop a rap album.
Time for me to rap.
That was his crisis. That was
It probably, honestly, probably midlife crisis of Macho Man dropping a rap album.
Pidge, I asked Style a couple of questions before you came on. I'm gonna
Shoe size, condom size.
Yeah, I'm going to throw the same at you. First one was movie? Or no, first one was candy.
you gotta give him more context than just saying movie.
What do you want?
What's your favorite? Oh,
My
I was
favorite
thinking about it. What's your favorite Halloween candy? What's your favorite candy that you've gotten for Halloween?
Oh, dude, I'm always a go-to Kit Kat guy.
Okay, that's a good
I'm
answer.
always a go-to Kit Kat guy.
Break me off a
I
piece of
used
that.
to be a huge Reese's guy, but then I eat too many of them and I get sick really quick.
I get sick of Reese's too, but I love them. I always go back.
Yeah, I always get a
Yeah.
Reese's when I'm at the gas station. Not my favorite candy, but
Always
Yeah,
get one.
I get them a lot.
Right.
More than any
Or the
other candy.
It's probably the Kit Kat or the Starburst. I
Ooh.
love Starburst.
Ooh, hang on. What color Starburst is the best Starburst?
Oh,
Because there isn't.
Ooh.
There's a correct answer.
Pink.
well, I'm
pink.
gonna get. I think you and I
Or the
actually
red
talked about
one.
this and we agree it's an unpopular opinion. So let's have Shane answer this first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my top one is pink. My second one might be the one you're thinking of.
Oh, okay. You're okay. I'm a yellow guy.
Yeah, yellow's my number 2.
Yellow is not bad. I don't mind yellow. Here's the thing. I don't think I mind any of the Starburst flavors. They're also juicy.
They are good. They are all good.
They're surprisingly juicy.
Is that what the
But like, would
slogan
you
was?
be
Yeah.
hyped? Like, would you be hyped if there was 2 of them? Like, you open up a 2-pack and you
Oh,
got
yeah.
like 2 yellows.
Oh yeah.
You'd be
I
like,
mean-
oh, yeah.
I would definitely consider that an L.
Oh, dude, that's big W.
Yeah, I think I'd consider that. I'd eat them and I would enjoy them,
If I'm
but I think I'd be like, damn.
if I'm opening a 2-pack of Starbursts,
Mhm.
the fucking W poll, the best thing I can hope for is 1 pink, 1 yellow.
My
Oh,
W
yeah.
pool is 2 pinks for sure. 2 pinks.
I don't even. I love pink. My favorite is pink. I want a pink and a yellow.
The preceding program is a StylesRebelRadio.com production.